I've been watching you for a little bit.
Yeah, you could imagine.
Both of us. Well, I know, but we'll see. We'll talk. Listen.
I'm trying not to talk, Angie. I'm trying not
It's
to.
my fault.
But you
My
keep
bad,
talking.
My bad. I keep talking.
Getting excited.
Stop talking to me. I'm very excited today because this is my first time interviewing Joey Badass.
Hey, this is actually our first time meeting.
Is it the first time it is, right?
I believe so.
I've seen you places. I've seen you on the stage before.
And I've seen you places.
So I feel like you were put on my radar. I want to say like 5 years ago, 5, 6. When did you drop the first mixtape? Like
5 years ago.
So 5 years ago, and I remember everybody saying how nice you were, and I remember everybody saying you was mad New York, and then that was the conversation around can he be somebody that's gonna be bigger than and broader than a New York artist? Was that a good thing or a bad thing out the gate?
To me, it was like something that I took in as a good thing.
Yeah.
Like people are comparing me to, at the time, my like biggest influences as far as rap, like and out the gate, to be compared to Nas. I was like, word? Like, oh, like people must think I'm tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not in like a
right. But
cocky type of way, but like I took it in as,
took it as a good thing.
In a good way. I didn't let it get to me too crazy, but
yeah, because there was so much hype around heaviness too, around people. I don't know, people were starving for like the next New York wave. What was that gonna be?
That was pretty much our whole thing when we first came out. Like circa like 2010, 2011, if you remember, like the West Coast was coming back crazy. Like not coming back, but they was dominating crazy. And me and my whole team and my whole crew, like us being fans of the music, listen to the music, being, just young kids who like really involved in hip hop.
Because you were like 17, right? 16,
yeah,
17?
we was like 16.
Yeah.
I was 16 at this time that I'm talking about. My older brother, Capital Steez, rest in peace, he was 18. And, so we just always build on that. So, long story short, we became the change that we wanted to see slowly. Like that's what we started growing to and, progressing towards.
And you're here now. And then, then you go to this horrible tragedy in your life, and then there's question. I guess the question is, do you survive that? You know what I'm saying? How do you?
I believe I survived.
Yeah.
Because I'm still here, but it definitely wasn't easy. And it's crazy because it like this is even like now 2017 current day, like the whole time I've still been dealing with the pain. Like now I'm a little more open to even speaking on the topic. Like I'm just getting open.
Yeah.
5 years later, you feel me now? Like I've been seeing people like, yeah, you been talking about Steez more and everything. It's like, yo, like I'm coming to the point where it's like, all right, like it needs to be known, like but like it just put me in such a slump. It just put me in such a negative just place in my life. Like, I was depressed after I lost my best friend. You know what I mean? At 17 years old, like, that was something that that was a pain that, I couldn't even fathom. Now, not only was he my best friend, but he was my older brother that I never had. He was the only person in my whole life that I felt like I could follow. Because I've never been a follower. I've always been a leader.
Even at
but
17?
He's the only, even at 7, my whole life, because that's how my mom raised me. You know what I mean? Like, I never followed anybody. Kids always wanted to come hang out with me. But when I met him, like, it's like I almost seen an older me in him. And that's what made me just, like, trust him. And, like, that's what made our bond grow the way it did. But,
I can't imagine then to have that type of, because it's like when you was open to, like, how you know what I'm saying?
And it's like, when it first happened, me being like, the most popular in the crew, and I kind of just had to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Like at first, like I kind of had to like make sure everybody else was good. You know what I'm saying? Before I even took my own feelings into consideration.
And you were young.
I was real young, but I still had to keep it running. I still had to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't deal with all the pain right away head on. Like I've been dealing with it over the years. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a long process.
Do you get help? Somebody help you? Do you have somebody that talks you through that?
I think time.
Really?
is the helper. You know, time heals all, they say.
Because that's trauma. You know what I'm saying? That's like real life trauma. To some
For sure. You know, and it definitely doesn't make me feel better. Like when I see negative comments on the internet, like, you know, people talking about I got something to do with my best friend's death. You know what I mean? Like, and it's nothing I even think I need to talk about, because people who really know that that's absurd and it's crazy. But I think I just need to address the people that, you know, think I'm not human or some shit. Like I ain't got real feelings. Like that ain't my best friend. Like that ain't my brother. You know what I'm saying? That we talking
what type
about.
Of person, what type of person goes to a computer or to a phone?
Clearly somebody who doesn't love themselves enough.
Right. And says that to somebody who's been through the type of loss that you've been through.
Yeah, you know, so like just over the years and everything, it's just been hard to deal with it. Like, you know, a question I've been asked late, like, you know, over the last 5 years, you know, he had a project that he didn't drop. And you know, the fans know about it because he announced that it was gonna come out, and you know, it still never did. And it's like, you know, it's something that's gonna come out, but people don't understand, like, it's not easy to, like, shit, I'm still learning how to make projects on my own. Like, we all artists, everybody in pro era, but it's not easy to make a project for another person in general. But beyond that, like, you know, your brother, like your mentor, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an easy thing.
Will you tackle that at some point?
Of course.
When you're ready.
I'm tackling it.
You are.
Right now. Okay. Like, right now we're acting on it. We're just trying to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's politics with that. Like, we got to take it to the business side. Like, when it comes to, you know, and this is deeper, like, and I definitely hope I'm not violating or anything. I don't think I am. But, you know, when it comes to West Indian families, black families, and like business contracts and lawyers and shit like that, that's like a process that nobody ever wants to get into and get involved with, because that's just marked as like bad territory. You know what I'm saying? All around. So like, you know, that's a part of it that's, you know, also hard and everything. Like, just trying to make sure everything is right on that end. Like, it's just different things, but it's getting tackled, and it's definitely gonna come.
That's
forward.
A lot.
Yeah, it is. And for a 17, 18-year-old to deal with it at the time, it was just a lot of things I couldn't understand. I didn't really know how to go about it.
And you're doing okay now? Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm doing okay now.
Better.
Definitely. I mean, I got my whole squad. I got my whole camp. And, you know, at my family, my team, like, we good for sure. Like I said, time heals all. We're gonna face obstacles in life. That's inevitable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These things is gonna. After I lost Steez, I lost my older cousin, you know, Junior, and he was my day-to-day and my tour manager.
Good Lord, man.
And like so picture losing your best friend. Then after that, like, you know, a year later when you finally like start getting back on your feet, like, you know, this other person comes into your life. Who he was already my family. Yeah. And it's crazy because Junior was the first person who I ever even told in the family that I rap. He was the first person that knew. And he told the rest of the family, and I used to be mad at him for that shit. But like, you know, he was the first person that knew. Mm-hmm. And you know, so a year later after Steez passed, I was really going through it just with my career, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue. And Junior used to call me on the phone, and, you know, he used to just tell me, like, soon as he was finished with school, he would come up and he would help me. You know what I mean? Mm. And he did that, and he did a great job at it. Like, after I lost Steez, right? Steez used to be the person that would put the battery in my back. Junior became that person afterward. And like, you know, he moved in with me, and he was moving with me like everywhere I went. He was literally my tour manager, my day-to-day manager. Like, I'm talking about waking me up every morning. I'm talking about like when I'm home, like when we go home as me and him, like every day. I'm talking about like formulating. That's why I gave him the executive producer credit on Before the Money. Cause like if it wasn't for Junior, that my first album would have never like came out and the way it did. It would have missed the date because he pushed forward and he passed away 2 months. 1 month before I did my debut album. So that put me in another slump.
Jesus.
That put me in another place. And it's like the thing that keeps me going is just knowing that the more that I work, the more that I do what I'm supposed to do and what I know they want me to do, it makes them happy. That's why working is my bliss. That's why, the pain, the passion, the heart that I put into my music is my bliss. That is literally my escape, because this is really who I am underneath. Like, I'm dealing with all this pain. Yeah. Like, and people don't know that shit, but.
Oh, baby. How could you not? It ain't like you dealing with, what I'm saying? That's the realest it could ever get. I'm so sorry, baby. How does that change you I mean, I know it changes you as a human, as a man. I mean, clearly you're still dealing with it right now. How do you then go back to make it like, I guess you say you do it for them, right? For the legacy and for everything.
I do. I know, like, they would never want to see me stop.
Yeah.
Never.
Did you take a break though? You took a break, right? You were.
I never take a break from making music. It's hard. Like, music is my bread and butter. Music is, before it became work, music is and always will be my hobby. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I love to do, my favorite thing to do. So I'm always making music, even now. Like, with All American Badass being a physical album.
Such a great title, by the way.
Thank you.
It's such a great title.
With this being a physical album, it's something that I had to turn in 2 months prior to, the actual street date tomorrow. So I've already been working on the next album and shit. Like, and I've been working on the next album before All American Badass was finished. The way I create is like, I'm always working on like 3 projects at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what's crazy though? I'm sorry to stop you from the thought. We went from like one thought to another, but the truth is, all of that stuff you're going through and been through, and the fact that you're still at a place where you're moving forward and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? You probably, I think I've heard you say, or other people say, that this is like your best project and that you like.
Right. Yeah.
And I just saw your performance. I felt your performance on Cobra. I just feel like that in itself is helpful to people, man. There's a lot of people out here in pain. You know what I'm saying? So people in pain and they don't even know if they're going to make it through the pain.
Right.
So the fact that you're just like an example of somebody who's been through some real life pain back to back and out here just doing what you love and trying to be, trying to push forward is a real like testament and will matter to a lot of people. Beyond whatever the album does or beyond whatever, you know what I'm saying, how much money you make or any of that shit. I mean, just you know what I mean? That's going to matter to a lot of people. It's important. Sure. It's dope. So congratulations.
Thank you again.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you again.
But so I'm excited about the album, by the way. I like I said, I think the title's dope. I feel your purpose. Yeah. Already, I ain't even heard the album yet, but I could feel that you here with
just through the performances and the speaking. That's good. That's good. Like, so far, because it leaked and everything, and me, like artists, we sensitive about our shit. We keep up. Yeah. Like every artist keeps up.
You didn't want people to listen to the leaked version. I heard that.
Nah. To be honest, I really didn't care. I just felt like if you listen to the leak, you need to buy 5 albums tomorrow. That's it.
That's a balance.
Like, yeah, because like all in all, is like I want this music to be out there. Like I want them to hear it. So it's like, the only thing with it dropping tomorrow was the significance of the date 4/7, which goes back to my older brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a number that followed him throughout his lifetime, which he saw a lot of meaning from.
7 or 4?
47.
47.
Yeah. I got it tatted on my wrist.
Ouch.
Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like a swastika. That was the whole point. He was a genius. He wanted to fuck with your mind the moment you seen it. You know.
Let me see it again.
Look at
it. It really does.
4/7, it represents pure balance. Any way you turn it is a 47.
It also looks, especially in that position and area, like it was a very painful tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's my first tattoo.
Oh,
that's crazy. But
right there.
I just thought like my first tattoo had to be in the most painful spot.
Ugh.
I just thought that's like
And it ain't like you got a lot of meat on you where you can
it's
cushion
not.
the blow
That
a little
shit
bit.
hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Like I got this tat probably like three years ago. It was like she did one shade. She was like, she gotta do another one. I'm like, it's all good. I'll come back tomorrow.
Take it like that.
I'll come back tomorrow.
Leave it as it is.
I ain't been back.
So why the 3Ks? I'm just curious if you
because like, you know, I don't want to say that this album is anti-American. I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's kind of an American flag. You notice I have a bandana jacket on today. Did you see this?
Synchro. I did. As soon as you pull up, we was out there. I was like, hey.
It wasn't necessarily on purpose, but it felt like maybe it was. It was some sort of synergy. We were in the same.
And I was wearing all red before I got here. I should have never changed. That would have been tight. Yeah.
We gotta prepare better for next time. Next time.
That would have been fire. Nah, but you see that there was no preparation. That was the universe. But, you know, back to the 3Ks in America. I just felt like that was the side of the country that I wanted it to be clear that I was addressing. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe that there are upsides to this country and everybody who, and you know, and the people who exist in the country and people who live in the country. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you know, great things come from here. So I don't want people to perceive it like, you know, I'm trying to be anti-American. No, I'm just addressing a specific dark side of America. You know, and
that is in our face right now.
Exactly.
Stronger than ever. So you have very strong opinions on New York radio.
Yeah.
And you're somebody. Tell me your history with New York radio, by the way. Are you a kid that like grew up on the radio? And
oh yeah, for sure. Like, you know, when I was growing up, everything that the radio played is like basically what I knew.
Right.
Radio and BT, MTV. That's what I, you know, that's what was. It wasn't really no internet search when I was a kid, at least. Like, you know, discovering people on the internet.
How you had to do a little work.
Angie raised me. Flex raised me. You know what I mean? Like y'all raised me. I grew up listening to you guys' voices. You know, you guys talking to my favorites. You know, my influences, my greatest inspirations. So definitely, you know, that's why I'm so passionate about anything I say about New York radio.
Right.
Because I had an early connection to New York radio just as a kid, and I remember the way it made me feel. You know, the way it made me feel. And I don't see it making people feel that way present time. And, you know, I think that's something that you can agree with to a degree.
To a degree, I can. I think in radio, I think the problem is that the whole platform changed, right? So it's not just about how radio made you feel, because you just said it yourself. And you didn't have the other outlets. And so now people have so many different outlets.
Yeah.
So I think everything in general is more spread out.
Right.
I think it's harder to create big movements of anything. Because I think everything is so like segregated, whether you listen to the radio, or you listen to streaming, or you listen to whatever.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So I think it's harder. But I did like what you were saying about there needing to be younger voices on the radio.
Right.
So I agree with you in that. But I don't see the same amount of like people that want it.
I don't agree.
Who is
I
it?
see a lot of them.
Well,
Shout out to my man DJ Relly Rel. Off top, I believe he has the potential to be like a new Funk Flex or a new DJ Clue, or you know what I mean, whatever you want to call it. He is that new wave. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a few others that for whatever reason,
I guess you talking
about
DJ mixes. I'm talking about like on-air personalities.
On-air personalities too. Like, but I know people personally that if I say their name, you wouldn't know. Miss 2B's, you know, Ebony, a girl I went to a high school with.
Where's she at?
She's from Brooklyn.
Okay, what's she doing?
She's doing her own radio show.
But what, on YouTube, online?
She's doing it at Brooklyn College, I believe. Yo, sorry if I got that wrong.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm out here. I stay out here looking for them. I just had a meeting with iHeart the other day because I'm trying to do a farming.
Y'all.
I'm trying to do like a farming system for new talent, right? Let me tell you this. So I've been looking around. So I got a few. They up here, by the way. Young Nyla, Gabe, Jacob right here. You know, trying to raise people to
another girl who you might be familiar with.
But why ain't these people you talking about? Where are they? Why they ain't up here? Because I used to sleep outside the radio
because they ain't get the invitations.
I didn't get an sensation?
No, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I mean, it's different. You know, you got to agree the times is different. Like, you know, the youth, the way they take initiative and the way they you know, get interactive is different than the way you guys used to do it. Like, you guys used to go that measure where it's like you sleeping in front of, you know, the radio station.
Yeah.
Like J. Cole, I just seen his name. Like, I remember a story by him, like, he waiting for Hove outside of his studio and shit like that. And granted, something like that would happen today now, but it's just a lot of different ways to move about it is really just my point.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true.
But, you know, somebody, just because I just want to throw a name out there, because you might know them.
Who?
Because I remember like a couple years ago, do you remember a girl tweeted you and she was like, if this tweet gets to 5,000 RTs, then convince Angie that I could be like her new... And her name was Kimmy C. But I remember that.
I remember
and
that.
You
What
supported
happened to
her.
her?
And you
I
supported
did.
her. She's around. I could send you a number.
Where is she?
She's willing to work. She's ready. She's ready. She's ready.
I remember that, and I retweeted her.
I retweeted her too. Yeah, you did retweet her.
Did
you
retweet
supported
her.
it. Yeah, for
Tell
sure.
her to come up here. Let's get it.
I got you.
I feel you. So I think number one, yes, but I think also the talent got to be there, and I think they got to work for it.
100%.
How you say there's different avenues, but there's still the hunger got to be the same.
No, 100%.
The hunger got to be the
Absolutely.
same.
I mean, look. Now that I open that door, it's on the young world to come through it. You know what I mean? Like, you could bring the horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink it.
And it ain't supposed to be easy, though.
Yeah, it ain't supposed to be easy, right? Because I know y'all didn't have it easy. I definitely don't want it to be easy.
And
it's already too easy for us.
By the way, if it's too easy, that's when the whack shit comes in. Is when you make it too easy.
You right.
So the cream should rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta.
You right about that.
But I really think it's an interesting and necessary conversation, and hopefully, even you saying that will motivate some more people.
I already seen it motivating. I woke up with my socials on fire.
And as somebody who's been in the game a very long time, I'm motivated by that because I feel like maybe it'll bring in. Because I'm always looking for people that I could either like see something in, mentor. Like, honestly, we get new interns here all the time, and a lot of them are shit.
Come and go.
They say they want this, and 3 months in they're doing nothing. But right now I have a really good group that I feel. And so what that has done for me is make me take some time with them and show them how to do edits, use the thing. Like, 'cause now I see you really want it, and now I'm going to put you on and show you. But you got to work. Like, you got to work, and you got to want it. And there are people here that have been in the game for a long time that want to help you, that want to do that. Because we need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're 100% right about it. But it got to go. But there got to be some work. We can't. The door ain't just going to fly open because you're 18. You think you're going to jump on that mic and...
Yeah, it gotta be like it gotta be quality.
It has to be quality, Joey. Right. How are we gonna have quality control?
Quality, you see, now that's the part that's up to y'all, the older heads.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna let you call
out.
me the older head like once or two more times during the interview, and then we're gonna escort you out. But nah, I'm just playing.
The OGs, man.
Okay.
Come on, the
It's
OGs.
okay.
Like,
no, you're right.
You gotta understand. I was born hearing your voice on the radio already.
So you don't want to hear my voice on the radio?
No.
Okay,
no.
right.
I'm saying that's a beautiful.
No, okay.
Like, I can't be like, it's an honor to be sitting here in your presence. Like, it really is. Like, it's a super honor. Yeah.
But there's honestly, I got older heads that I still. And the people that are still put us on to like what the next level of our levels are. There's always going to be the different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Back to the quality control question, though.
Yes.
Right?
How do we do that?
It's like, just like back in the days, quality control, you guys had, it was more quality control because there wasn't the internet. It wasn't the people just putting on other like, dumb shit. People making like stupid and funny shit famous. It wasn't that. It was less of that, if you will. Yeah. It was, the labels. It was the radios, like only supporting the real. Like, if that's just trash. Y'all used to tell like wise niggas scared to say nigga shit is trash now. Like, that shit is trash, bro. Like, but that's how we get the quality control, because the OGs need to be like, yo, that's just trash. It's not rocking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The young people don't really got no control over that.
None.
It's the older people that need to do that. So my point is now, present day, you got a lot of shit blowing up in that external world, the internet and shit, and, stupid people putting stupid shit on. And then it's so popular by the time it comes from that place. When it comes to radio, it's like undeniable. It's like, well, everybody know this shit, right? So let's fucking play this shit.
Throw it on there.
That's where the quality control begins. Because it's like, okay, yeah, let this be a fucking internet sensation. Nope. It's just whack. Like, it's just trash. It ain't the type of shit. That ain't real music. You know, that's where it starts. But it take the older heads to do that. The younger heads ain't got that power.
I love that. I love that you brought this up. I think it's an important conversation. I'm glad because sometimes we have it. I have it with people within the walls above me and surrounding me, and so it's when somebody voices it like that, publicly clear like that, it's dope. It's powerful because it makes people talk and it makes movement happen.
Word.
And if you give me, I'm gonna say, give me like 6 months, and I'm gonna offer a tangible, valid solution.
Okay.
To usher some new stuff in.
Wow, I'm extremely looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's already been rattling in my brain, but you help push me a little bit.
I'm extremely looking forward to that.
To make me want to help off of that.
Wow, this is a moment in time right here.
Yeah, so thank you.
Sure, no problem.
I mean, I can't guarantee you they ain't gonna be whack. I can help.
I mean, 6 months is a long time to figure out.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm saying 6 months tops.
Yeah.
Give me like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, I'm saying, you gotta go through your trials and errors, you know what I'm saying? And like, shit, whack it out here. Like,
Yeah. And the girl who sent that tweet, she should resurface. That would be a good time for people to surface.
I'm going to connect you guys right after.
I would love that. That's a great idea. All right, well, I'm excited about this music, fam. So Friday, what did you call it? It's national. What did you call it? It's the Global Hip Hop Appreciation Day.
I did call it that, but that was when, Yeah, it's Global Hip Hop Appreciation Day. Go with it. Stand there. Be firm about it. No. For sure, no. Yeah. I was going to say something that like I probably shouldn't say. But it's Global Hip Hop Appreciation Day for sure.
You've declared it.
I've declared it.
Yeah.
I declared it. For sure.
Okay. And is there something we should be doing as a way we should be celebrating other than
buy All American Badass when it drops tomorrow, and
Yes.
support any other hip hop album when it comes out tomorrow. And also, Tupac is getting indicted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow, I believe.
Inducted, yep, in Brooklyn.
Also, the new season of the Get Down comes out tomorrow.
Are you into the Get Down?
If that ain't Global Hip Hop Appreciation Day, I don't know what is.
Are you going to the induction? No, you're not going to be at the induction. You just know it's happening. And I know you've already cleared. I know you've already cleared up the Tupac stuff pretty much. Like it was a confusion, right?
Yeah. Super good. Because it's like people are always going to like even this interview, right? There was a lot of key moments, and people are going to pick their favorite part, and then they're going to push that. They're going to publicize that, and this interview is going to become essentially that. Like, do you remember that interview he did that?
Yeah.
That one thing. So when you take that one thing, people just see that one moment and they forgot what happened. They don't realize that, there was a moment before that and a moment after that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what that was. Like, I stand by, I cleared it up. I don't want to talk about it again.
Right.
But But
you stand by what you said.
Of course.
And you are, and there is a great respect for Tupac.
What?
Immense,
impeccable respect.
He keeps coming
for that
up
man.
lately.
But All American Badass tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the day.
Everywhere. Please, world, I need the support, and I'm not too proud to ask for it. Like, I need the support, straight up, just, if you could just fucking digitally if you can't make it the Best Buy, digitally download it, stream it, please, you got to stream the shit 15,000 times just for it to be one album sale, but I need the support is what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, this is real music from my heart. I put my soul into this, my spirit into this, and you know what I mean, I just need it heard by the world. I just need the message spread out there. So please support me tomorrow. Yeah.
All American Badass.